So, hello fellow coin collectors and banknote collectors. My name is Glenn, and today we're just going to have a look at the Brunei $1 from 1967. So, if you're not too familiar with the currency of Brunei, this is an introduction. The Brunei used the ringgit, or in English it's actually called the dollar, but in Malay it's called the actual ringgit. And because it's in Malay, it's the same as the currency that's used in Malaysia. It is divided into 100 cents, and unlike Malaysia and Singapore, they still use the 1 cent or sen. They actually call it sen. 5, 10, 20 and 50 cent. I have a coin set, so I'll make a video on Brunei coins later. But the banknotes that they still use include the 1 ringgit. And this is based on the Malay dollar. So this is the last issue, 1959. And it's Malay and British Borneo. So that British Borneo includes Sarawak, Brunei and Sabah. And as you can see, it's pretty much a nice banknote. But it is actually quite a small banknote. Current Brunei $1 banknotes are actually quite bigger. And maybe I'll do a comparison when I actually get another one. So on this banknote we have the Sultan, who's actually this current Sultan, Sultan Hassan al Bukha. I butchered his name. And he actually puts his signature on there. And it actually has the series number there. So this is the 1976, should I say. And this is part of the 1972 issue. This is the second dated 1 ringgit banknote of the series. The other ones include the 5, 10, 50, 100, 500 and 1000. There was no 10,000 of this series. That actually was introduced in the 1980s. But to get banknotes of probably higher than 50 ringgit, actually quite expensive. And it's very hard to actually get to 500 and 1000 because quite obviously they are a lot of money. So a lot of them that you'll get will be in high grade and they will be expensive, probably 4 or 5 times their face value. Even for you won't get any in good grade, you'll probably get them in like high grade very fine, and this one's probably low grade very fine to fine banknote. It has a lot of wrinkles, it's dirty. You can still see the watermark. It does have its crispness, and even these banknotes here are harder to get because the population of Brunei is actually quite small, and so the banknote series and issuance would have actually also been small. So all these banknotes of this design are in the A, and I think they get up to A36 million. So they don't actually go into the B's or C series. And as you can see, it's pretty much just a plain blue. If you look on the reverse, most of this series has the actual same. I believe the 1000 has a different design on the back. So this is the Sultan Ahmad Ali Saifuddin Mosque in Bandar Seri Begawan, which is actually the capital. So this is a mosque in the capital, built in 1958, and it was named after the 28th Sultan of Brunei, who is apparently very popular. Down here we have the coat of arms. Up here we have in Jawi. I'm not too sure what it represents. Maybe it's just a denomination in Jawi. Jawi is just the Malay and Arabic script. And this mosque is actually based on Mughal design. It does have Malay features in it. But if you look at the Taj Mahal, you'll see similarities. So it's got minarets, it's got 2 on the sides, got a big one going up the center, and this is the actual dome that is part of the main prayer room. And there's probably other rooms for the mullah, and this is probably separated into male and female. I'm not too sure. Maybe someone who's actually been there can tell me, because generally male and females don't actually pray at the same mosque or same parts of the mosque. So that's good. It has lots of minarets around the others outside as well. It's more like a castle. So it's quite a nice banknote. Being Islamatized, because Brunei is a majority Muslim country, and this one's more secular. So it just has basic features in the coat of arms of the separate countries, or should I say separate colonies at the time. So I just wanted to show you this because I actually quite like Brunei banknotes. I'd actually like to get more into it, but it's actually a bit hard. Malay banknotes are easier, so is Singapore. Brunei, So this is not, Brunei at this time was not actually independent. It was still, theoretically not theoretically, it was still pretty much run by Britain. They technically got independence in 1981. So, but they were actually pretty much independent anyway. So anyway, that's a nice Brunei banknote. So I'll leave a link down below to eBay, just in case you're interested in buying any of these banknotes. Or even just finding one. And that can be a beautiful game to actually do. Find a Brunei banknote on eBay. And have an awesome banknote collecting time, people. Thank you very much. And hooroo.